Hi everyone, we are Group 8 and today we will be presenting about tenses in English by using the example related to social media and its influence. Before we begin, let us introduce ourselves. I am Riona Richard, the moderator for this presentation. Together with my team members,
I am Nurul Syafika binti Muhammad Arifin.
I am Aisyah Fatia binti Aswadi.
I am Fardila Lidanaja Anak Johnson.
we really hope that our explanation will provide you with valuable insight and a clearer understanding of the subject.
Let's begin with present simple tense. Present simple tense is used to describe an action that happened regularly or facts that are true. So, the structure of present simple tense is begin with the subject, followed by the base verb and then the object. So, on the slide, we provide two examples of present simple tense. First, I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. The second one is she plays the piano every day.
Next, we have the present perfect tense. It describes past actions connected to the present, either through a continuing action or with a current result. The structure for present perfect tense is subject plus have-has plus past participle. Examples of sentences using present perfect tenses are I have finished the report, they have hung their clothes.
Now, I will talk about the present continuous tense. It describes action happening now, action happening over a period of time, temporary situation, or planned future events. This is an article that I found on the internet that has the present continuous tense in it. For example, there are growing discussion of social media influencer and their effectiveness in endorsing products.
Then I would like to continue with the present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous is an action that started in the past, has continued up to the present moment, and may still be happening now or may have just stopped recently. As you guys can see from the example that I have provided on the slide, in recent years, teenagers have been reducing the time they spend on social media because they feel it affects their well-being.
Now, let's begin with the past simple. Now, let's begin with the past simple tense. Past simple tense describes an action, event, or situation that started and finished in the past. The structure of past simple tense is begin with the subject, followed by the past verb, and then the object. The example of past simple tense is I visited my grandmother yesterday. They went to the park on Sunday. On the slide, I also highlight the past simple tense sentence that I found in the article about social media.
Next, the past perfect tense describes an action that happened before another past action. The structure for past perfect tense is subject plus had plus past participle. Examples of sentences using past perfect tenses are I had finished my work before the meeting started, and the second one, we had visited Paris twice before we moved to London. Here, I have highlighted a sentence using the past perfect tense in an article I found online.
Now, I will talk about the past continuous tense. It describes an ongoing action in the past. It indicates that an action was in progress at a specific time or during a period in the past. For example, in this article, it states that I was planning to write about the effect Instagram and other online search tools used by models, clients, agents, and managers were having on the modeling industry.
Okay, now let's move on to past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous is an action that started in the past, continued for some times, and then stopped before another past event. For an example, by the end of decades, teenagers will have been growing up with constant access to social media for more than 15 years, shaping their communication and mental health.
Future simple tense. Future simple tense describe the action that will happen in the future. So, The structure for future simple tense sentence is the subject, will or shall, base verb, and the object. So there are two examples of future simple tense sentence. First, I will study for the exam next week. Second, they will travel to Japan next year. So in the future simple tense, we use the next week, the next year that show the action that we will do in the future.
The future perfect tense describes an action that will be completed before a specific point in the future. The structure for future perfect tense is subject plus will plus have plus past participle. Here are two examples of sentences using the future perfect tense. First, I will have finished my report by next week. Second, by the time you arrive, the parade will have ended. This is an example of future perfect tense being used in a sentence in the article I found.
Now I will talk about the future continuous tense. It describes an action or event that will be in progress at a specific time in the future. For example, 1/4 of users say they don't think they will be using the platform 1 year from
Last
now.
but not least, I would like to talk about future perfect continuous. Future perfect continuous is an action that will already have started before a point in the future, will continue for a period of time, and is still ongoing or just finishing at that future point. For an example, by the end of this decade, teenagers will have been growing up with constant access to social media for more than 15 years, shaping their communication and mental health.
In conclusion, we have explained the different English tenses, which are the present, past, and future, with examples connected to social media and everyday life. Thank you and bye.